Peoria clearance, delivery Skyhawk 5364 Alpha student pilot requesting VFR departure to the east, direct to Kilo Bravo Mike India with flight following. Peoria ground, 5364 Alpha Skyhawk student pilot at Byerly Aviation requesting taxi to runway 4 via intersection Echo if able. She's doing
okay, I can't show that video to anyone.
Why?
That's illegal.
What was?
She did a touch and go.
Is she not supposed to on a solo?
No, you're not allowed to unless you're a private pilot.
Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, ready for departure, runway 22 at intersection Alpha 4 with information Charlie.
Alpha, contact departure.
Contact departure, 34 Alpha. St. Louis departure, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, just departed KPIA, turning on course.
What we're doing?
Alpha, contact Bloomington Tower, 124.6.
124.6, 64 Alpha.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. I'm impressed. Keep it up.
Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot with information Lima, inbound 15 miles for touch and goes.
That's fair enough. Gets the job done.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha, I have you on site, runway 11, clear for the option.
Runway 11, clear for the option, 64 Alpha.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha, after your option, are you staying in the pattern or are you looking to depart the area?
Staying in the pattern today, 64 Alpha.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha, roger, after your option, right traffic approved.
Right, traffic approved, 64 Alpha. Yeehaw! Alright.
Skyhawk 79283, extend downwind.
So there.
Extending downwind, 79283.
Okay, so let's do.
I recognize
this.
that voice.
You are low for me.
I'm low for me too.
Is it?
Check.
How's that? Is that better?
5 Mike Fox,
Sounds good to
radar
me.
contact 2 miles west of St. Francis Hospital. You can proceed.
Alright, navigation dates are in the future. It is not June 12th yet.
Radar contact,
We're
proceeding
good
on
there.
course.
Press continue.
305 Mike Fox.
Half left, out of view. Half up, out of view.
Oh, it's Hope. I thought I recognized her voice.
Nope. 150, we're good there. We should get the 2 indication. So everything is good there. Can you please double check me that I am correct?
You're correct.
Thank you. Pressing continue. Going to our map. No GPS position. No, not again. So we might not have GPS again like we did that one flight. I thought they fixed that. There it is. Okay. Perfect. So they're on 124 tower. Let's go ahead and change that to 125. Or no, that can stay. We're going to COM 2 anyway. Right now they're on 124.675. Clearance delivery, so we're going to switch
Visual approach to the east, runways 13 and
to
22.
ATIS.
Segment runway 13 out of
Change
Mark
this to, no, yeah, we'll do ATIS first. Let me do other things in the checklist before I keep going through that. Seatbelt, your seatbelt on?
Visibility 10.
Yes.
Perfect, flaps. Bring up our flaps.
22, 2.6.
Let's go ahead and get our avionics already on. We'll do our ATIS here now.
13 and 22.
Go ahead and close this.
Segment runway 13 out of Mark out of service. Oshu Bravo. Ocean Bravo 2254 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, ceiling 7,500 overcast, temperature 22, dew point 6, altimeter 3013. Visual approach to the east, runways 13 and 22. Segment runway 13 out of marker out of service, Oshu Bravo. Ocean Bravo 2254 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, ceiling 7,500 overcast, temperature 22, dew point 6, altimeter 3013. Visual approach to the east, runways 13 and 22. Segment runway 13 out of marker out of service, Oshu Bravo. Ocean Bravo 2254 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, ceiling 7,500 overcast, temperature 22, dew point 6, altimeter 3013. Visual approach to the east, runways 13 and 22. Segment runway 13 out of marker out of service, Oshu Bravo.
Okay. Information Bravo 2254 Zulu time, calm, visibility 10, overcast at 7,500 feet, temp is 22, dew point is 6, altimeter is 30.13, expect runway 13 or 22.
What altitude are we planning on flying down to Bloomington at?
Let me check what it currently is.
Taxiing out here momentarily.
Since they said
Just what we talked about previously.
We previously talked about 5,000.
That's right.
But wouldn't it be 5,500?
Yes.
Or, okay, so we want 5,500.
Go to your weather again there.
Or you mean your list?
Yeah, your weather. So if we're going to fly at 5,500, are we going to be within cloud clearances?
I actually don't know what cloud clearances are.
1471, Pure ground, runway 13.
We will. So it's going to be 500 feet below, which is what we're required to do.
500 feet
and
below.
That's more than 500 feet below.
Okay. Cool.
Which we'll go over that more when we do our ground.
So we will contact clearance delivery 124.675 in a second. We know our radio works, we know our taxi light is on.
Oh, man.
ADSB is on, or it will be. We start squawking. Brakes, we'll do a brake test, we'll do all that in a second. HSI turn coordinator. You know what I realized on our last flight? We didn't do a turn coordinator test.
Really?
Correct. And I went through the video. We never did that, so I'm going to remember to do it this time. I think we were caught up trying to get to the runway to do our run-up that I guess both of us just forgot about it.
That's why the videos are there, to make us better and safer pilots. And so rewatching that, fantastic. So we need to make sure we stick to the checklist. All right.
Let's make sure our HSI and compass are matched. Where is our... Oh, it's way off.
Collision 1471, new weather pending, wind calm, altimeter 3011.
Nope, 3011. New weather pending. Okay. Let me make sure this is correct, because it's 8.5. Cool. This is good. All the other instruments look like they're in the green, except for the vacuum. Vacuum is below normals, but they put that in the box. So we're good there. Alright. So we're going to contact clearance delivery. We're going to KBMI, Kilo Bravo Mike India. We'll say Pure clearance delivery, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot with information, Bravo. Requesting VFR direct to Kilo Bravo Mike Indiana with flight following. VFR.
Yes. Yeah, so we're just letting them know where we're going. We're going to go to Kilo Bravo Mike India, requesting flight following. That's pretty much all we'll say. We don't need to overcomplicate it. We're just going to basically say Pure clearance delivery, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot, VFR, departure to the east, direct to Kilo Bravo Mike Indigo, requesting flight following.
Indiana or Indigo?
I don't think it's Indiana. I think it's Indigo.
It is?
Am I tripping?
Are you?
I've always said Indigo.
You might be right. Let me check. I've always said Indiana.
Huh? Now, there's one thing to remember, that there are multiple different phonetic alphabets.
Do you have this? Does this have it?
Oh, no, I doubt it.
My other one does, I think. I don't think my other one does.
283, affirmative, Alpha Papa to the rep.
Oh, this one says India. Indiana.
Oh, India, that's what it is. Yeah.
India.
I gotcha. I want to swap to ground real quick.
Okay.
12, what's the ground? 121.85. We'll do that clearance call in just 1 second. I want to say hi to this person. So we're going down to Kilo Bravo Mike India. And have you looked at the airport layout?
Yes, I have the...
What runway are we planning on?
For landing?
Planning on to land and take off from. Do our touch and goes. We want to be as well versed with our information as possible.
Looks like both are winds calm at the moment, so it's up to our discretion. So if it's up to our discretion, we're coming straight in for runway 11. That could be the easiest, but if we were going for the longest, we'll go for probably runway 2 or 20. So let's...
What are we thinking?
Let's go for runway 20, 20.
All right. Hey, Hope, did you have a good flight?
They might have already turned off there.
No way to the dead. They have to be on ground, don't they?
Maybe. Or they didn't hear you.
Or their instructor doesn't want them to respond. which is really fair.
Let them park first, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps. Okay.
Okie dokie. So we'll do a run up once we get all this sorted. So yeah, we gotta call clearance delivery next. As for our takeoff today, probably gonna go for just as calm anywhere else. It's variable, so looks like the wind is currently pointing towards. Let me pull up my plate. CIA airport diagram. Wind is currently pointing towards us. No, it's pointing towards. We want to take runway 22, but that's variable. So it could be 22 or 4, but we'll say 22 for now, unless that windsock changes.
All right, you're on clearance delivery. I put it in here, right here.
We're on ground.
Nope, we're right here. I put you on COM 1.
Oh, okay.
We'll go here. So whenever you're ready.
Okay. So we'll say Peoria clearance delivery, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot requesting VFR departure to the east, direct to Kilo Bravo Mike India with flight following.
Sounds good to me.
Peoria clearance delivery, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot requesting VFR departure to the east, direct to Kilo Bravo Mike India with flight following.
Squawk 536 for Alpha, Peoria clearance, maintain VFR at or below 5,000, departure frequency 125.8, squawk 0252.
Squawk 0252, departure frequency 125.8, maintain at or below 5,000 feet, Skyhawk 64 Alpha.
Squawk 536 for Alpha, read back correct.
So we need to do this, and 02.
That was a great call.
Thank you. So he said at or below 5,000 feet, so that means we need to maintain 4,500?
3,500 since we're heading east.
Or 4,500, or why 3,500?
Because if you're heading east, it's odd thousands above 3,000.
Okay.
And if you're heading west, it's even thousands plus 500, of course, when we're VFR. And the main thing is that they're going to get rid of that 5,000 immediately after departure.
Okay.
St. Louis approach will tell us that.
We're
having a photo shoot.
Was that their first solo or something?
No way. I don't think so, at least. Maybe. That'd be dope if it was. But I'm pretty sure the instructor was on the plane.
So
I didn't see him come out.
Why did you switch this one to 124.6?
Because we're not going to be using clearance delivery after that.
Okay.
And we can just swap it back here. 5-8.
So you're going to go 121.85.
Allegiant 1471, contacting us.
Okay, so Peoria ground. We're still thinking, yep, runway.
What runway are you thinking?
Runway 22 at the moment. That's where the windsock. Wait, no. Did it change?
I think
we're looking for runway 4 now. It's pointing this way.
Okay.
So we want to go this way, which would be runway 4.
And so we're probably going to do intersection departure, I would reckon.
Intersection departure at Echo.
Squawk 79283, roger. Maintain VFR in the tower pattern, squawk 0217.
Are we still on Bravo? Oh, they must be switching it out right now.
Yeah, that's a good. See, I love that deduction, okay? You ask the question out loud, but you don't wait for me to answer the question. You go, hold on one second, let me just check this real quick. And you check it, but you still ask the question out loud, because that's what I would do when I'm flying. Even if I'm by myself, I ask the question out loud, because it's that confirmation almost. And then you come and you take a look, you say, well, I know where to find the answer. So you look for the answer, and then when you don't get an answer, you go, oh, well, you know, they must be swapping it out. I love that. You see,
critical thinking skills.
Oh, yeah. The main thing is that it is showing that you are developing the skills to solve your own problems. And that is what a private pilot needs. Okay, they need problem-solving skills, and they need to understand that, you know, when you're a private pilot, you're flying by yourself, you are pretty much the only one that is in charge here. You're the one flying the plane. You're the one that's going to make the decisions in these things. And so showing those little things, the constructive thinking, basically, the self-critiquing, that's what we're looking for. A pilot that can self-critique and teach themselves, that's a good pilot right there.
Yeah, so they just said switching to information Charlie.
Okay.
So I want to know what Charlie is before I call ground.
Yeah.
Taking a nap. Gonna go ahead and assume this is
I want to look at the weather for tomorrow while we're sitting here. Have you looked at the weather for tomorrow?
It doesn't look great. Or it was looking great earlier today, but
we have an evening flight, right?
Yeah. But I started seeing that rain chance pop up.
2354 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, ceiling 8,000 feet overcast, temperature 2.8, altimeter 3013. Visual approaching use, landing and departing runway 13, runway 22. Advisors contact information Charlie. Your confirmation Charlie. 2354 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, ceiling 8,000 feet overcast, temperature 2.8, altimeter 3013. Visual approaching use, landing and departing runway 13, runway 22.
Okay, so information Charlie 2334, calm to visibility 10, overcast at 8,000 feet, temperature 22, 2.8, altimeter 3013, expected runway 1322. But the windsock is still telling me...
Oh, she is soloing. Oh, that's what she was doing. Oh, that's why he's going out. Nice.
Congrats.
Hold on. Are we still on ground?
We're on, yeah.
No way. No way.
Are you going to say something?
I don't know if I should, because I don't think she'll respond.
Aircraft Fury information, Charlie current, wind calm, altimeter 3012.
Thank you.
Hope, you're soloing? Nice.
Who was that?
It's Gavin from Grace.
Nice. Good to know that you're there.
I have high expectations.
That's not good.
Well, go up and have some fun, okay?
I will.
Alright, back to this. We have the information, right?
Yes.
Man, that's fantastic, dude. We're going to get you up there, dude. We're going to get you up there solo in here soon.
Hopefully.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
We got a few more basics to learn.
Those windsock still telling me runway 4. So I'm going to trust the windsock, and I was taxied to runway 4 via Echo.
Yeah, because we have calm winds, right? That's what it's saying?
Yes.
So we're going to check the windsock. Looks like runway 4 is the correct option.
All right. It'll be...
Wait a second. Which way did she just taxi?
She's at Alpha.
Did she taxi down?
Yeah. She's at Alpha right now doing a run-up.
Okay. I was like, did she taxi this way? Because we would have to use that runway then. That's fine. We're good. We're on ground. Let's do it.
So it'll be Peoria ground, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, wind information, Charlie, or sorry, restart that. Peoria ground, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot with information, Charlie at Byerly Aviation, requesting taxi to runway 4 via intersection Echo if able.
Alright. Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Peoria ground, 5364 Alpha, Skyhawk, student pilot at Byerly Aviation, requesting taxi to runway 4 via intersection Echo if able.
Select 536 for Alpha Pierre ground, unable runway 4 due to traffic and the traffic pattern for runway 22. I can get you 22 at Alpha 4 or Alpha 3 if you want.
We can take 22 at Alpha 4, 64 Alpha.
Select 536 for Alpha runway 22 at Alpha 4, intersection departure, taxi via Alpha 4.
Taxi via Alpha 4, Skyhawk 64 Alpha.
Alright. What happened there?
He's saying the other pattern, or the other traffic is in a pattern for runway 22, so we gotta stick with what their pattern is. We don't want to be taken off when they're landing. That would be bad.
That would be preferable. Alright, let's do it.
So we're doing our brake test, so we're gonna give myself a little juice. Let's go for
a little bit of that juice there. Alright, I like it. Oh, whoa, hey, whoa, now, oh my goodness.
Power idle,
let's
brakes work.
Let's not hit it that hard. I mean, we might prop strike this.
Right.
We went forward a little bit. I would be a little less on the brake. Might have been a little too excited on it. So we're gonna do something like this here. Okay, we still stop it, but we're not, you know, we're kind of roll into the brakes versus, you know, anyway, you get the point. You have the controls.
I have the controls.
We'll make sure that we do all of our checks and these things.
Our attitude indicator still looks good. Our compass is a little off, but that's okay. Altimeter is set. We have our squawk code, 83 is on, everything else is on. We're good to taxi to our run-up area. Gotta get used to that throttle again. I'm gonna go in between the back of the jet and the front of these Cessnas right here to intersection Alpha.
A lot of smoke over there.
Yeah, I see that.
Maybe
Nice
my brothers were responding to it or something.
Oh, they're firefighters?
Yeah, the brother that's one step below me, like I'm the oldest, he's second oldest. There she goes! Here, I have controls so that way I can talk while doing it, that way I don't distract you. Let's see it. We'll stop right here for just 1 second.
Go for it.
We'll watch it. Oh wow.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Beautiful. Incredible. Okay, you have controls.
My controls.
Alright, you got the controls.
A little bit over this way.
Let me tell you, that is a feeling that she'll never forget.
Clear to the left, clear ahead, clear to the right. Go ahead and cross this, get to the Yellow Brick Road.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I like it. I like the use of the voice here. We're announcing what we're doing. We're announcing that we're clearing things. Fantastic. Hold on 1 second, I have controls.
Your controls.
Alright, go ahead and take a look at our lights. Is there anything with our lights that is just not correct?
You mean those lights up there?
No, like our lights.
Our lights. We got strobe, we got nav, we got taxi, we got beacon. They're all on. Are they not supposed to all be on?
You missed one. That is not supposed to be on.
That is not supposed to be on. Is it our landing light?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Because we have the taxi light, right?
Yeah.
That will blind pilots if they're coming here.
Okay.
It's fairly bright. We just keep it off out of respect for them. And then if, like, she's coming in here, we'll turn off our lights out of respect. We'll leave our nav lights on, but we'll turn off strobes and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, let's stop here. You have controls?
I have controls. We're going to start doing our run-up test. Both brakes are set. Fuel is set to both.
Is my mic, like, overly sensitive? It feels like I'm breathing on it. I am.
You are a little bit.
On Earth, my mic's not normally that sensitive.
I usually try to keep it below my lip a little bit. That helps.
Yeah, I'm still doing it. Wow. I'll keep it out a little bit further here.
Okay.
Oh, it still happens. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is bogus. Continue. That's going to drive me nuts. I've noticed this.
Okay, you're good. Trim is set to take off. Once enunciator lights test. Thing is enunciating. Instruments are still in the green. Green, vacuum's still not good. Amps are good. We still got fuel gauge 5 is lower on the left, but that's part of the squawks. Still don't see fuel flow, which I feel like is a problem. Bolts are good.
We have no fuel flow. Gotta declare an emergency. Are you sure it's not just your gauge? Because your engine is still running.
Alright, 1800 RPM, bring it all the way up. 16, 17, 18, 18. Mags, turning to the left, should see a drop in RPM. Go back to both, comes back up. Going to right, sees you drop in RPM. Go back to both, have it come back up. Vacuum, still, well I guess now it's in the green. Just low I guess. Amps volts are still good. Oil pressure is still good. Temperature is still good. Now we're going to do our idle check. Bring it back down to idle. It's going to idle around 700, 600. Okay, bring it back up to 1,000.
Are you comfortable with where we're idling at?
Yes. If it goes below 600, if it goes below 500 steadily, or I'm hearing a lot of, what is the word?
1969 Mustang sounds?
Yeah.
You know something's wrong. Alright, my feet are off the brakes now.
Feet are off the brakes. Idle check good. Mixture.
Did you change your foot position this time? I know last time we talked about keeping our, while taxing, keeping our heels on the floor.
I did. Right now they're on
when we were taxing, keeping the feet up like this actually is what I said.
Yes, yeah, they were up on there. And
yeah, and then bring your feet down here when we're flying.
Yes.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's what I said.
So pre-takeoff, make sure our flaps are up. Mixture's in the best power.
Oh, we'll be able to see her landing because we can't take off right now. There's no way.
That is correct.
Even if we had our checklist complete. Let's keep running through the checklist so we're ready to go when she off.
Early fuel pump off. We're alt and squawk. Heading bug. We want to be heading towards.
What's going to be our initial heading?
That is a great question. Is there a way to just?
I know, that's why I asked. You know, it's a great question. I'm glad I thought of it. It's actually the best question.
Oh, that's nice. It even tells me.
It does actually, doesn't it?
110. So I'm going to change our heading bug to 1.
Yeah, fantastic. So we'll put that there, and then if the tower gives us a different heading, we will simply
change it.
Change it. Okay, let's watch this. Let's watch this here.
Gonna do great, I believe in her.
Hold on, I'll take a video so I can, if I see her, I can send it to her. That way she can see it.
Let me turn off my strobes.
Yeah, very nice. You're learning.
There she goes. Look at that. Perfect landing. Perfect.
Oh, beautiful.
Like butter.
Beautiful. What a fantastic landing right there.
Their pitot heat on, by the way.
I don't know.
Oh, 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 oh.
Wait, hold on. What? What?
Nice. Guess she's doing
okay, I can't show that video to anyone.
Why?
That's illegal.
What was?
She did a touch and go.
Is she not supposed to on a solo?
No, you're not allowed to unless you're a private pilot. That... I can't even share that video now.
Well, maybe it was a touch and go because something was wrong in landing.
That was not a touch and go because something was wrong. That was a full power or... Okay.
Well,
either her instructor doesn't know something, or...
Which is possible.
He's going, dang it! Crap! Oh, it's okay. I mean, no one will know. No one will know. It's okay. Except for the camera.
Camera knows.
The GoPro, that's alleged. That's alleged.
No, it was illegal.
Yeah, so you can't, when you're a student pilot, you can't do touch and goes, and you also can't do, except land and hold shorts, which is like, you know, this runway intersects here?
Right.
You can't land and hold short of that runway. Let's hit the road here. Hit this guy. Radio call this so we can get out in front of her. Don't rush it though. We'll take our time, but we're ready. Checklist is good?
Checklist is good.
We're ready to take off?
Ready to take off.
Let's make the call.
So P-Ray Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot with information Charlie, ready for departure, runway 22. That's it?
Don't forget, you said intersection departure. Yes. At Alpha 4, make sure you say that.
Okay.
Yep, good.
P-Ray Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, ready for departure, runway 22 at intersection Alpha 4 with information Charlie. I think I messed up a
Sky
little bit.
5364 Alpha Peoria Tower, turn left on course, runway 22 at Alpha 4, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, cleared on course 64 Alpha. Alright. So cleared for takeoff means we gotta pull forward.
The best thing to say in that one would just be left on course, clear for takeoff, runway 22 Alpha 4.
Left on course.
Just because he said left on course, and we want to make sure, once again, right, we want to repeat what he says.
Sky 283, runway 22, clear for the option, traffic departs prior to your arrival, Skyhawk.
He's clearing her for the option?
Crazy. Maybe he's in
Oh, he...
Clear for the option for runway 22, 79283.
Oh, she hasn't said student pilot. He doesn't know.
Maybe she's not a student pilot. Maybe she's officially a pilot now.
She's not.
Alright.
Something changed in the past 2 weeks.
And we're taking off.
Let's do it. Maybe I'm wrong, honestly.
Oop, that was my bad.
Yeah, we'll just make sure we stay on course here.
Trying to readjust my feet.
Use
off
the
brakes.
rudders. 55, we're going to rotate.
Rotate.
Nice. And what are we pitching to?
75.
Nice.
Although I think I'm pitching
No,
too
76.
76.
Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong. I am 97% sure I'm not, though. 97%.
Gotta pitch down a little bit more.
See, those are the things I'm talking about right there. That's the self-critiquing that I love to see. Okay, you say, hold on, I gotta pitch down in order, we're already,
That's in all the way, isn't it?
yeah, it's just sliding out because the stinking lock doesn't work. So I would just keep your hand up here,
Okay.
or like grab it every once in a
64
while.
Alpha, contact departure.
Contact departure, 34 Alpha. So 125.8.
Yep, so just click the, nope.
Oop. Can you, yeah, thank you.
So we'll swap over there. You're on departure, you're going to say, St. Louis departure, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot, just off of Peoria, turning on course.
Okay. St. Louis departure, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, just departed KPIA, turning on course.
Back 5364 Alpha, St. Louis departure, radar contact.
There we go. We're turning on course, we're heading for, what is our on-course heading?
110. And I see traffic behind us.
They're the ones landing. And we're going to continue this climb. I have controls.
Hey, controls.
Go ahead and take a look at the climb checklist, please.
Climb checklist. We've got full power. We'll do our mixture once our mixture should be full. Instruments are still in the green. This should be matching with that. That is good. We see fuel flow now. That's interesting.
Probably just because we're full now. It's like it's slightly off, and it's not going to see the 5.
Yeah.
Is what I would have to guess.
Taxi landing light off. Taxi off. Landing light off. Flight plan is open. We're good there. Strobe, nav, and beacon are all on. We're good to go. Now we're up to our cruise checklist once we get up to cruise.
All right, we're going to pitch for the, I believe it's 85 in this plane, 87. It was 87 in the Archer. We'll go 85 is what we'll do. And we're climbing up beyond 3,000 feet, so we'll lean this out. You have controls.
My controls.
We will climb at the 85 knots. Going back to what I was saying, but I love that you trimmed, right? You trimmed right after you adjusted. So you adjusted for your pitch, saying, hey, I am, look, you can see stinking Bloomington. And so you adjusted your pitch, you noticed that you're slow, you adjusted your pitch down, and then you adjusted your trim. Golden. I love to see that.
I don't see the traffic behind us anymore, but they're getting kind of close.
No, they're
Okay.
They're 2 miles out, 3 miles out. They are also 1,500 feet below us. Okay. They're still in the pattern. We're fine. See, they're turning now.
All right, quick. Our engine went out. Where are we landing?
Where would I go?
Yes.
Airport.
You think we can make it from here? Oh yeah, we could definitely make that from here.
100% we're making it. If you don't make it back there, you're doing something wrong. But yeah, 100% the airport right here. I think you could even make stinking Prince Hills Airport.
We're going for 3,500.
It's right over there. Yes, because we haven't been cleared the new altitude.
Okay.
So yes. 3,500 is what we said right before departure.
So power to
that's pretty good.
back down to 3,500.
Okay, nice. I like that. And then I'll show you how to basically lean things out to get to, or sorry, not lean things out, but
lean the mixture out. You showed me before.
Well, we already leaned the mixture out. I mean, getting to cruise power. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I'm just failing at it.
So let's also getting a little bit of a. There we go. Getting a little bit of a crosswind up here.
Oh, we got a little bit of crosswind?
Yeah, it's pushing me. Alright, we're at 3,500.
There's Pekin's Airport right over there.
Nice.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. I can see Mount Holly as well. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go 2,600 RPM.
Which is full throttle at the moment, I think.
Yeah, we'll do 25 here. And we're just going to trim it to hold altitude. Make sense?
Yes.
So see how it's going up even though I didn't add throttle? It's because it's no longer climbing, and when we're climbing, it has a slower RPM. But when we're here, it has a higher RPM. So we're going to keep adjusting it to where we get there. I don't know what it's expected for a hot day. I would probably guess that this would do. I know that like force. What is it? 4-2 Foxtrot? Is that what it is? That's my
last one we did.
My favorite plane. 4-2 Foxtrot does about 124 in cold weather and like 116 in hot weather, and we're doing about 112 right now. It's not terribly hot, so we should get decent performance. But we are currently. Oh, our GPS is working.
Yes.
Dope. What is the identifier for
KBMI?
So let me show you how to work this. So we're going to go direct to here. Select waypoint. We're going to go, where's the K? Oh, it's right there. K, B, M, and it shows up right there. We click that. We verify that it's an airport because that will also do waypoints. That's why the kilo's there. We add the K to say it's an airport. There we are. And that will tell you where we're going. I would probably not zoom out that far. I'd probably keep it about 5 miles. Maybe not. 3 miles is a little too close.
5 miles.
Doing 116 knots across the ground because that's our ground speed, right? And I probably should take my hand off. This is probably moving the yoke.
It's okay.
Looks like we're 29 nautical miles out. We're currently on with approach, and we are. Take a look here. This is our track. This is our direct. Oh, my bad. This is our direct track here. This is our track. So right now we're going 101, and we want to be going 106. See how it moves when you do that?
Okay.
So if you're 106, it's going to lead you right there. We're 14 minutes out. Taking a look here, I have controls. Go ahead and look at the checklist. Have we done the cruise checklist?
We have not yet.
Run me through the cruise checklist, please.
Power, mixture, we're gonna.
We already did mixture.
Already did mixture.
We'll call that.
Instruments.
And by we, I mean I.
So, yep, we're still all good.
Okay, what's our next checklist that we'll be expecting to do?
Descent, which will be re-enrich our mixture, make sure it feels on both, check ATIS for any different changes, set our altimeter and instruments, and H-sided compass.
What classification of airspace is Bloomington?
That looks like Class D.
Nice. Huge. Nice.
I don't know the altitudes very well, and it's all here somewhere. I can probably find it.
The height of it is going to be from the floor all the way up to 3,400.
3,400. Okay.
And so we're looking at that. Very good. Now the main thing is that we're going to do our descent checklist when we are 15 nautical miles out from the airport.
Okay.
And then we will start descending. Pre-landing will be 10 miles out, and then we'll enter the pattern. One thing to know about a Delta airport is that they are part-time. They close.
Okay.
Well, okay, most of them close. I think there's like a couple that don't. But most of them close. And so that BMI is no exception. It also closes. And so, oh, there's the FedEx docks. Nice. Anyway, so I think they close at like 10, so I don't think it'll be a factor. Okay. As far as I noticed that we're kind of climbing. I'm at a little bit of trim here, so I don't have to fly the airplane while I'm flying the airplane. But basically, notice how I'm basically flying this with one finger. You know what I mean? Oh, there goes a bug. So yeah, we're gonna come in. We're waiting here. We're also waiting on. What's this? Oh, okay. We're also waiting on the. What do you call it? The approach to let us know when to swap over to tower. So we're basically have several things that we're juggling, and this is going to feel like a fairly rushed thing. So we're going to go ahead and do our frequencies, put in our frequencies. We want to get our weather frequency, and we want to get our tower frequency in there, okay? What is this that you're putting in?
This will be the tower of Bloomington.
Good, good. And we want their ATIS as well.
Their ATIS is 119. 575. Okay, ATIS is in.
Okay, let's listen to that.
Lima. Bloomington Tower, information Lima, 2356 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, sky conditions, ceiling 7,500, overcast, temperature 21, dew point 7, altimeter 3016, expected visual approach, runway 11 or runway 20, NOTAMs, runway 29er ILS outer marker unserviceable, advise on initial contact, chief information Lima.
Okay, do we have the information?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Information Lima, 2356 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, sky conditions, ceiling 7,500, overcast, temperature 21, dew point 7, altimeter 3016, expected visual approach, runway 11 or runway 20, NOTAMs, runway 29er ILS outer marker unserviceable, advise on initial contact, chief information Lima.
So, winds calm. You look at the airport diagram of KBMI. They're saying expect runway 11 or 20. So let's go and do 11. Actually, I still want to do the longer runway in 20.
Okay.
So we'll say expect.
They gave it
20.
as an option, right?
They did, and if they tell us otherwise, they'll tell us otherwise.
Yeah. So we'll plan on runway 20, and if they tell us to do something else, then we do something else, right?
Yes.
All right. You have controls?
I have controls.
Sounds like we're prepared for the landing. Almost. I mean, we have our plan, right? Now we're just waiting for the 15 nautical miles to do our checklist. And this is where, like, basically, we've done all the checklists, and this is the point where, you know, on a longer cross-country, we would just be chilling here talking, basically. But we have literally 4 miles until we get there. Ah, dang it.
Airport in sight.
Airport in sight. Okay. Very nice.
So I'm going to turn us just a little bit this way to get that approach set up.
We are pretty off of this right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to aim for runway 20, so I'm bringing us a little bit more this way. And if they do decide to put us on 11, we'll be more lined up with the runway.
Okay, I like that thinking ahead of time. Okay.
If that's okay, I mean we can.
No, that's perfectly okay. You have the reasoning for it, right?
Right.
And you explain the reasoning. I like that. So we have the reasoning. We know what we're doing.
Contact Bloomington Tower 124.6.
124.6, 64 Alpha.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. I'm impressed. Keep it up. So we're swapping over to tower. What are we going to say?
We're going to say Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, or no, we're going to say Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot with information Lima, requesting...
not requesting anything. They know we're coming. It's going to look like Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot, approximately 15 miles away from the airport, inbound for touch and goes.
Okay. Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, with information Lima, student pilot, approximately 15 miles away from airport, coming in for touch and goes.
That'll work.
Probably messing up my words because I'm getting nervous.
Okay, let's do it.
Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, student pilot with information Lima, inbound 15 miles for touch and goes.
That's fair enough. Gets the job done.
November 5634 Alpha, Bloomington Tower.
No.
Taking your position, you said you're 15 miles where?
Oh, yeah, I got it. Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, approximately 14 miles to the west.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha, roger, report 3 mile final runway 11.
Report 3 mile final for runway 11, Skyhawk 64 Alpha.
Okay. Well, I will aim for 11 then. Get us lined up on the runway.
Do you see the runway?
Yes.
We're literally going straight in that one. Start our descent checklist, please.
Decent. We're gonna pull mixture when we get
Mixture is going to be Richmond. There we go.
Richmond. Fuel's already set to both.
Okay.
We've got our ATIS set.
Okay.
Pay attention.
Did we change the altimeter?
Altimeter is 316. I have changed that already.
Nice.
And instruments are still all in the green. And Aegis side of compass, we are still green there.
What's our pattern altitude?
Pattern altitude, that is a great question. I did not look at that. Elevation 871, so our pattern altitude will be 1,900.
Nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and descend to pattern altitude, please. And we'll do so, our goal will be 90 knots, right? 90 knots descent on the airspeed, and that should get us about, we're looking for about 500 foot descent, right? Okay, and so we're going to come down 15, a little bit more than, keep it right here at 15. It's sunk on you again, right?
Right.
So we'll just keep an eye on that, and we'll just let this descent come in. Hold that 90 knots, and we'll see that roughly about 500 feet a minute, I would say. There it is. Beautiful.
I do see a windmill, so I don't know how tall windmills are, but maybe we should clear that before we descend down to 1900.
I have the controls.
Controls.
Go ahead and take a look on your map and see if you can see the obstruction there. Looks like there's one right there, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to click it.
Right in front.
500 feet.
That's AGL, correct?
Yes.
And so that means that how high is it above the ground, like, because that's AGL, like how tall is the thing? But what's its altitude here?
It's at 1,300 feet.
Okay.
So
is that going to be a problem for us? If we're at pattern altitude?
We'll be 500 feet above it, or 600 feet above it.
Nice. It's no factor then. You have controls?
My controls.
Alright, so that's very good. You have controls. That's really good with the, once again, right? We ask the question, we say, uh-oh, we got a windmill here. And then we answer the question, okay? Now, we haven't flown around a lot of windmills. We've actually stayed away from them. When we went to the north practice area several times, we stayed away from that area. What are some of the hazards that windmills could bring us?
Giant spinning blades of death.
Okay. What would be a situation where you'd have to consider windmills as a potential threat? Like, are we really going to be flying that low?
No, probably not. But if they're near enough to the airport, if we're coming in for a landing or a takeoff near a windmill.
What if we had an emergency?
That's true. If there's an emergency landing and we saw all those windmills that were there, even though that's really nice flat ground.
Yeah, what if we're in the middle of a field of windmills,
Right.
These are the things we want to be thinking about, which is one of the reasons I don't do maneuvers over windmills. Okay, and if I do fly over windmills, I make sure I have enough altitude to glide away from them, basically. That's my personal rule. That's not an FAA rule. That's me saying, in order for me to feel safe, I want to have this much altitude to be able to glide, and that's just kind of a judging, basically. I'm going to judge that. 300 feet to go until we reach our altitude. We'll level off 9 miles until we are at the airport, but we will report a 3-mile final, correct? Because that's what she said.
So we'll say, what will we say? We'll say Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha on 3-mile final?
Only 6 for Alpha now that we've made contact with them. So Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk 6 for Alpha, 3-mile final, runway 11.
Okay. Oh yeah, to put the runway number in there.
Oh yeah. I would, just huge tip for you, okay? Click on your plate, bring up the plate, please? That way you can look and you know the runway numbers. You know where we're at, right?
Right.
All these things. Basically because you will forget, okay? Like, eventually you'll slip up.
Pre-landing checklist, landing light is on, autopilot is off, seatbelts are all good, mixture is set to best power all the way in, fuel is set to both, and flaps as required. We don't need flaps because it's not a short field landing, I think.
I'm sorry, what?
Don't we only use flaps on a short field landing?
Don't we normally land with flaps?
Oh yeah, I'm dumb.
I'm over here like, what?
Hold on, wait. I was talking about takeoff, apparently.
Oh, it's so confused.
Yes, we need flaps.
Okay.
Keeping an eye on that windmill, we're still at 1900 feet.
What you're thinking of is takeoff.
Okay.
We don't need it for takeoff because of that. I wonder what distribution center this is. Like, I can't tell. Oh, it's Rivian. Oh, that's the Rivian plant. Oh, I see. I gotcha.
Yucky.
One of my buddies was a truck driver and drove back and forth from Bloomington all night long. Their parts, Bloomington and Champaign, back and forth. Oh man, they're building a whole big thing. Wow.
Good for them.
I mean, it's really cool that that's like here in Illinois. Too bad it probably won't stay here very long.
What, Rivian's been here a while.
Yeah, I would guess that they're probably going to move at some point. Same thing as how like Tesla left California.
And, well, I mean, Caterpillar moved to Texas, so.
Yeah, that's another example.
Alright, we are getting lined up with the runway. We're 6 miles out.
Okay. We're holding our 90 knots. I love these airspeeds. Okay, we're dialed in right now. I'm loving
90
this.
knots, holding 1900 feet.
We are dialed in right now. I'm loving this. What do you think of Bloomington from the air?
From the air, looks a lot nicer than it looks from the ground.
It actually, that is the truest statement. Legit, that is the truest statement. They have a really nice airport.
I hate how it's like a separated town. Like, why not just put everything together? Why did you have to make Bloomington and normal? They're not that special. Come on.
No, they're very special.
Alright. So we're coming up on our 4.5.
Like Dallas-Fort Worth area.
I can see PAPI lights are all red, so we'll wait till they start giving us some good intentions.
You see PAPI lights? Where?
On the right side of the runway. Do you not see them?
No.
There's a 2 and 2.
Sky 64 Alpha, I have you in sight, runway 11, clear for the option.
Runway 11, clear for the option, 64 Alpha.
Sky 64 Alpha, after your option, are you staying in the pattern or are you looking to depart the area?
Staying in the pattern today, 64 Alpha.
Sky 64 Alpha, roger, after your option, right traffic approved.
Right, traffic approved, 64 Alpha. Okay, so I'm going to start.
Okay, I've got him now.
Going to go ahead and configure.
Okay. So since we're coming in on final, we'll have to eyeball it when to configure, right? Because we don't have the base, we don't have the, we don't have the 1,000 footers, we don't have the base turn, we don't have the final. So we have to eyeball it based on what we think we need. I'll let you do that because, I mean, why not?
Why not? There's a lot of reasons why not. We're pitched for 75 at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and do our second notch, actually. I feel like... Do you see the PAPI lights now?
Yes.
Pitching down for 70.
They are very dim.
Yeah.
Is that just me?
No, that's not just you.
Okay.
I can't... Are they red right now, or are they...
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, I think the bottom one's white.
The bottom ones are white.
They're extremely dim. Okay, you're too white, too red right now. You're on glide slope.
That's what I thought. Just making sure.
Dude, like...
It is kind of hard
No,
to
you're
tell.
so right, though. Like, that is... I couldn't see him before.
Are you ready to take over controls when I inevitably screw up?
I am here. I don't think you're in screw up, though.
Pitched for 70. Still on glide slope. And I'm going to go ahead. I'll wait another second. Okay, let's bring in our final.
I would put
flaps.
him in. Yeah, we're a little high, I think.
I agree.
Just a tad. Not a ton, okay? make a small correction, and then adjust for it. Just get us back on the glide slope.
We are pitched for 67. Still on glide slope, they are very dim. A little bit of power. Said right traffic, so prepare for right traffic. A little bit of right rudder, a little bit of right aileron. Left aileron, sorry.
How are we feeling?
Feeling good
Okay.
so far.
We're full flaps, we're coming in, we're on glide slope. I like this. Just keep it nice and steady, just like this. This is really beautiful.
Yeah, not pulling out power yet. Wait.
Yep, we're not flaring yet.
Wait.
Start pulling the power out now, I would say. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. Nice. Let it roll out for a second. That way I can take a picture.
Flaps coming up.
Alright, let's hit it.
Flaps are up.
Okay. Little souvenir.
Bird.
That bird did not know what to do. It had
Neither did I.
no idea what to do.
And on throttle. Pitching for 75. So for pattern altitude is 1900. We need to start moving
300 feet below, right?
300 feet below, so 1600 feet. We'll start turning to our right.
Nice.
This to the heading of the runway. Oh man. Stressful.
Do you see, I have controls.
Gear controls?
Do you see this building right here with the green sign?
Yes.
You have controls.
My controls?
That building is, there's this like American Ninja Warrior course in that thing. Like the,
Oh, really?
the whole wall and everything, dude.
Nice.
It has a, like one of those sky bridge things where you're like climbing over like the whole ceiling and stuff. Dude, awesome. Like you gotta go at least once.
Fleming Tower, good evening, Alpha 3958. About a 10 mile left dog leg, visual 20.
We're doing right traffic?
Yes.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
Okay.
Convoy 39, 58, Bloomington
I didn't hear that, actually.
20, clear to land.
20, clear to land, Envoy 39.
Oh, I forgot about that. 1-1 has that, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure it does. Where it has to be right traffic because of the city. They all complained about it. I forgot about that.
And 1900.
Nice.
Power out.
What a level off. Oh, wow. Okay, so right, here's where we're putting it all to the test. The whole reason we're here, right?
Right.
The traffic pattern. We're here for the pattern. Let's see it.
So we want to make sure we're about halfway. We want to keep going this way, so we're getting that pattern. I might have turned in a little too soon. So let's keep moving this way a little bit.
Adjust how you think you need to adjust.
Yes, so I'm going to keep going this way a little bit. Good. Come back down to 1900.
Hold on, I'm just going to take a picture while you're doing this because you're doing such a great job.
Go for it. 1900 feet.
Oh, that's a keeper right there. All
Move
right.
back into the pattern.
How we
Sky 4 Alpha, make a left 360 for spacing, traffic, and ahead of you to the field. It's Embraer 170 on about a 5
I've got
mile 20.
Left 360, and we're looking for that traffic. Sky 6 for Alpha. Turn to the left. I want 20 degrees, please.
We're also losing altitude, so let me come back up.
Yep, just maintain our altitude, or climb back up, sorry. But 20-degree bank, we're just going to do a nice 360 here. Your goal is to come back out of this 360 on the downwind, right?
Okay.
We don't want to float over to the runway. We don't want to come out too far, right? We want to basically hold this, right? Beautiful. Make sure we're coordinated, all the good stuff.
I don't see traffic, by the way. They said traffic's on a final for runway 20, but I don't.
20 over here.
Yeah, but shouldn't we see?
It's 10-mile final.
Okay, there he is. We're still low, so I'm gonna bring us up. Because I'm turning, I'm losing more energy than I'm expecting.
You're correct. Why, when we turn, would we lose altitude? That doesn't make sense.
It makes plenty of sense. You're bleeding energy.
Why would that be?
centripetal force, one of those two. You're pulling G's, essentially. Maybe not.
And Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk 6 for Alpha, we have that traffic sight.
Skyhawk 6 for Alpha, roger, and continue in the downwind and tower call your base.
We'll continue on the downwind, tower calls on base, Skyhawk 6 for Alpha. The reason is because we are like this. And when we're like this, we have all of our lift going up like this. But when we turn, now we have some lift going that way, and we have some lift going this way. Meaning we lose some lift, which means we need more power or pitch up, one of the two, right? This is a decent job. I would say we're a little bit further than we were, just a tad, but not by a ton. What is it with sinking Bloomington and Lakes? Okay, for real. Why does every neighborhood have a stinking, like, pond, 3 ponds? Actually, there's 5 over there. Like, is this just a swamp? Like, what is happening? Maintain good spacing here. We're not configuring. We're continuing on the downwind. She calls our base, right?
Yes.
Okay. This is wild, though. Why are there so many lakes? There's like, we passed like 5 over here.
Everyone's gonna have a boat.
6-4 Alpha, base turn approved, runway 11, clear for the option.
Base turn approved, runway 11, clear for the option. 6-4 Alpha. So we're gonna go ahead.
Power. Yep, there you go.
Catch the 80.
I was watching. I wonder what this building is. It has to be Caterpillar. Has to be.
I don't think Caterpillar has a Bloomington branch.
Really?
Pretty sure.
I don't know what that building is. It's a huge black building. Okay. Oh, there's OSF. I didn't realize they had a whole thing down here. They have a cool mall, too. I'm gonna have to come down here sometime.
You're very excited about Bloomington.
Well, I've flown over it so many times, but the only time I came here was to buy a stinking car, and then it got totaled 7 days later.
Oh, that sucks, buddy.
I wasn't even driving it. It was in a parking lot. It got totaled in a parking lot.
That sucks. That's really rough.
It was actually
like one of my worst fears right there.
It was actually pretty hilarious.
Convoy 3958, taxi to park.
We are high.
Hold short, runway 11 and golf for traffic.
Am I wrong on that?
No, you're not.
Short,
Okay, let's adjust for that.
3958.
And final notch of flaps.
Power's all the way out. Nice. You already did that. Huge. Flaps are in. Huge. Now let's just maintain this 7. Yeah, I like this 70 here. That's a good call. I would put in a little bit of power here. Just a tad. Not a ton. Just a tad. And that's going to help cushion this here because you were sinking fairly rapid. We want a smooth transition into the glide slope, right?
All right, we're in our glide slope. We'll get a little bit more power.
Don't sink through the glide slope. You're already doing it. Nice. Huge. Beautiful. Oh, I forgot to mark down our landing.
You're good.
All right. Let's see it. We're on glide slope. We're kind of off center line, I feel.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a tad. Use those ailerons to get us over. There you go. Nice. I like that correction. Use just enough. Huge. Okay. I feel you on the rudders there. Good. Good. A little bit lower. There you go. Right there. Right there. Flare. Nice. 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 Beautiful. The reason, if we flared high like that, you were already at 60 knots, we would have probably like
stalled a little bit.
We would have fallen there. So we're gonna flare nice and low, right? And we did that, and it's really good. All right, whenever you're ready.
Flaps are up. Rotate. Come on. Oh man, it's hard to pull it back with just one hand. There we go.
That's the shimmy they're talking about.
No, I felt it when we landed. Did you feel the rudders?
Oh, sorry, that's my bad. That's the tires slowing down.
Yeah,
you're right. I did not feel it actually though.
3958, continue taxiing to park. Cross runway 11 at golf.
All right, crossing 11 at golf. Runway 3958.
Looking for that 1,600 feet.
Did you have a good flight, American?
No, it's always a good flight for us.
I didn't hear what he said.
Okay.
Sky 64 Alpha, you can enter left traffic.
Left traffic approved, 64 Alpha.
Did he say no flight is good for us?
No, he said every flight is good for us.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought I heard him say no flight is good for us because he's doing the Bloomington route. And I was about to be dying.
He didn't sound that sarcastic.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm from ATP, and ATP is, we got some funny guys there. I had a great experience at ATP. Very, very professional, but they knew how to have some fun as well.
Get the power back on left traffic. So let's round out our...
How do you feel about spacing right here?
A little close.
Why do you think you're close?
Because I'm below the half side of the mast of our...
Not like that. Why? What caused you to be close?
Oh, because I turned too soon and or too sharp.
I think the reason you're close is we didn't really have a crosswind turn there.
Okay.
Basically.
Oh yeah, I pretty much just did one big turn.
You basically
Sky
did.
64 Alpha, runway 11, clear for the option.
1-1, clear for the option. 64 Alpha. And I'm also very high.
Bro,
so
there's more lakes over here. Are you kidding me?
very, very high. I want to come back down. Looking for those 1,000 footers. Bring us down just a little bit more.
So because we're close, what can we expect in regards to how the, will we be low, will we be high?
We will be high.
Okay. How can we counter that?
Giving ourselves a longer downwind leg.
Nice. I like it. Let's try it.
And maybe just a little bit more power too.
It will only be a couple of seconds, okay?
Right.
That's all it will be. It will not be a ton. Okay, so take a look at our square.
Looking for a square. I think we've just hit our square, so give it 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, now let's turn.
Okay, let's try it. I probably would have gone 5 or 6 Mississippi, I think.
Okay.
But let's see. Let's see.
You're probably right. You've got the experience.
Having experience doesn't mean you can't make mistakes, especially on a judgment call like this. We'll see.
Go ahead and configure our second notch of flaps. I think we're still high.
Taking a look here. Oh, you kind of cut that corner there. Level's off here. Yeah, just do this. Still. Yeah. Now let's do it. How are we feeling?
I got to pitch down a little bit more. And then still high.
Be real with me. What do you think?
We're very high.
Okay. Go around.
Go around?
Oh, yeah.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha going around.
Sky 64 Alpha, roger.
Adjusting trim. Pulling up our flaps so we have dual rates of climb.
So, here's what happened there. Okay. First thing, we didn't really have a crosswind turn. Okay.
Right.
And so that caused us to be close to the runway. Now, that would be fine because we sat there and we kind of adjusted for it. We kind of came out. We kind of started flying away from the runway a little bit. And then we extended our downwind. We did that by about 3-4 seconds. Okay. I probably would have done a little bit longer, but, you know, that can work, right? But the problem of why it didn't work that time, like ultimately the problem was because we didn't really have a base turn either. Like we leveled off for a second, and it was basically like checking a box. So you leveled off, and then you immediately started your turn.
Yeah.
We want to really make it a rectangle, right?
I think I'm right now. My biggest struggle is Peoria Airport feels a lot longer, a lot bigger.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
So now
these are not as long as runways. Wait till we get to Mount Holly.
I know, that's what I'm afraid of.
You're landing on an aircraft carrier, dude. Not really, but it feels like it.
It feels like it.
Like, I got back from Nashville, you know, when I was landing down there and stuff, and learning the majority of my flying, and I went back to my home airport, where's the airport that I did all my learning at. Let's turn now. And so I did that, and I go to land at Mount Holly's airport, and I go, who put a sidewalk here? Like, it's so thin, and it's so short, it's ridiculous. Alright, so let's focus on the base. Let's focus on the, making our pattern a square, okay? We're going to stick to the fundamentals here.
Alright, give us us a nice little crosswind. Go ahead and do our turn. A little bit more left rudder. Ooh, excuse me.
Doesn't really bother me, but man, the people on the camera, they are.
Oh, they're used to it, don't worry.
Man.
All I do is burp.
I noticed that they had, man, we had a video at 500 views or something like that. I was like, man.
Yeah, I don't know why they're getting so much views. I'm not like clickbaiting anything,
and some comments on there.
There's like 2-hour-long videos, and people are like, "Oh my God, he's doing so great." I'm like, "I'm doing okay, but thank you."
No, you're doing pretty well. The thing that makes you a good student is that you listen and then you apply. And we're seeing today especially, you're developing the skills to self-critique. And that's huge.
Okay, so we're matched up.
64 Alpha, runway 11, cleared for the option.
Runway 11, cleared for the option, 64 Alpha.
How are we doing, distance-wise?
Good.
Okay.
At least from what I can tell.
Okay.
It might be just a tad far, but should be good.
Yeah, use your judgment.
Alright, 1,000 footers! Let's go!
Love it.
Out, catch the 80. Bring it down to 10.
Beautiful, we didn't drop the nose. So this is a fantastic flight. We didn't drop the nose there. We held it up for the 80. We caught the 80. Beautiful. I'm loving this.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Waiting for that rectangle. We're not going square dancing, we're going rectangle dancing.
Oh yeah. Right. Well, we're doing a rectangular pattern, so, I mean. Oh, I get the joke now, actually. I'm actually embarrassed at that, and I'm not watching this video, actually.
That's going
I legit just thought that was rectangle dancing for a second because of your line there, and it's square dancing. Oh, I'm so homeschooled.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll, power out, down to our second configure.
Nice.
Catch it. A little bit more power out.
Okay, here's where we're taking a look at the runway. We need to adjust right now. Okay, are we high or low?
We're high.
Okay, so I would pull power out.
Completely.
Williamson Tower information, Mike now correct.
However much power is needed in order to get us to the runway and get us onto glide slope. Okay, so if that means no power, that means no power. We are being consistently high right now.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going far enough on our downwind. I think I need to maybe configure it
I think we're just too close to the runway.
We're still...
That's what I think.
I think we can make it as long as I keep the power out.
I agree.
Maintaining 70.
We should start dropping. There's the drop right there.
There it is, yeah. A little bit power.
Not a ton. Bring that power back out. Back out. Not that much. There you go. Okay, my bad. You actually need the power.
Okay. We're maintaining center line.
A little bit more for the airspeed. There you go. Nice.
And
Flare a little bit lower. There you go. Right there. Right there. There it is. Just hold it right there. Nice. You're good? You're good. There you go.
Rough. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, I feel it. I gotcha. That's nothing to worry about. It's more of an annoyance than anything else. If we lose positive control of the airplane, then it's something to worry about. Okay. But that's just a...
Rotate.
That'll just make someone uncomfortable, basically. Okay.
So I'm going to try...
Why did we land hard on that? What do you think?
I was low when I was coming in, so when I flared, I lost a lot of airspeed and dropped pretty fast.
Do you think it was your... did you flare too high? Did you flare low? Did you flare slow?
I flared too high and I flared slow. Both.
I think that your flare was good.
Oh, it was?
I think the height was good. I think the airspeed, a little slow, you're right, but it wasn't awful. It wasn't anywhere near bad, right? It was good. Okay, it's just, maybe it's a little slow. I would have flared a little, I would have kept a little bit of power in, put a little burst of power in to get my airspeed up a little bit.
Okay.
what happened was when we went to flare and we started sinking down, you just didn't add in enough back pressure because you could have slowed our descent there.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the only reason we hit harder, because we definitely had the airspeed. At least based on what I felt. I wasn't on the controls, so I don't know for sure. But based on, I don't know, my gut feeling, I guess. I think the airplane had more energy to fly. We simply needed, like, you weren't full of deflection, basically, is what I'm saying. It had more that it could give, and all you had to do is just go back like another inch, you know, maybe 2 inches, and you would have had a nice, beautiful, smooth landing. So it's all about just maintaining that descent rate. You decide the descent rate, the plane doesn't. But we do that without popping it back up in the air. That's where it gets dangerous.
Yep.
All right. So I'm noticing that we are too close. Okay. The last one you said, hey, I feel real good. I'm looking at it, I'm saying bullcrap. Like, we need to go. I have controls.
So, I see it's halfway up on the mast though, so I'm guessing this one I just need to adjust.
You're right. So basically, half up is correct for some people, I guess.
Well, for a longer runway, so for a shorter runway, you probably want it to be closer up to the wings. And
I normally go 2/3, so like I would probably fly, and I would do like right here. That's half for me.
Right.
Like where I'm at, how I'm looking right now.
Okay.
And so I don't.
We're also runway 11, clear for the option.
Runway 11, clear for the option. Sky 6 for Alpha. I want to see here. So we're here, right?
Yep.
Do you have that sight picture with the strut?
Yes.
Okay. So we go to 1500 RPM, right?
Oh,
my
really high.
My nose doesn't drop. There's my 80 knots already. I bring in my 10 degrees of flaps. Now I'm descending, right? Oh, we're high. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, wow.
We're very high. We can extend that downwind.
We'll test the theory here. I'm curious. Okay, I'm curious about what's happening here. So if this landing ends up being decent, that means that it's something with distance, basically.
Yeah. So we would have just hit our square.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna.
I'm holding this just a little bit longer.
And I guess we gotta watch for those buildings too.
Yeah, those will be fine. You know what I think is happening? I think that I think we're turning prior to the square because this is my square, just based on my perspective.
Okay.
The reason that I think that is because Peoria's runway has a displaced threshold, a big like part where you don't land on it prior to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that makes it look like right now it would come out like another like, see that like dirt field?
Yeah.
Like that kind of goes into the grass here? It would come all the way out to that. So I think that is what's throwing your physical like sight picture off. So I put in my flaps here, right? And then I'm at 70, that's my bad. Then you go 75 here. And then we're going to turn. See how I'm keeping this nice and square, right?
Yep.
So we got the very nice and square. Look at my turn. I'm not too much on my bank. I'm not a ton. Okay, I'm a little bit, I overshot. But it's okay. We'll bring it right back here.
We're still high on the Pappies.
Yep, bring a little bit of power out.
Or are these Bassies or are these Pappies?
I don't remember off the top of my head, actually. Probably Vassies, I think.
Did she clear us for the option? She did. Okay, you answered it.
I did answer it. And so now we are on glide slope right here. Okay. So we're at 70. We're here. I think it's the visual illusion that's messing with you. I think that's what it is. But I think we're just, you have controls.
My controls?
You have controls. Go ahead and do this, Lane, so you get credit for it. But I think that, I think that that's the case. We'll talk about it once we take off again. Too high. There you go. More. There it is. On the flare, you're starting to flare just a bit too high, right? You want just a little bit lower there. Oh, what's that? Oh, the lights came on. I was like, what the heck? Okay. So I have a theory That's basically all you can do when it comes to things like this, is you have to have a theory and test it out of what's happening, right?
Right.
And so here's my theory. At Peoria, they have what's called a displaced threshold. It's basically a big thing of pavement prior to the numbers. Look at this one. I have controls. Look at the end of that runway.
Yeah, there's a...
Do you see how the pavement's there?
Yeah.
Peoria has one that's even longer than that. It's like 3 times longer than that. You have controls?
My controls.
And so, because of that, I think it's warping how you view the square that I talk about. Okay?
Well, I'm using the 1,000 footers on the squares, so I think
Exactly.
I'm not seeing the
1,000 footers, you're using the 1,000 footers, but I think that because that's not there, because that's what got me when I was looking at my square, basically.
Okay.
But that's a theory. I don't know. Like at the end of the day, we're coming in high, right?
Right.
And we're coming in very high. So we're coming in so high that it's actually making me double check the pattern altitude, like that high. So, and it doesn't make complete sense because we're not terribly off with the distance from the runway, and we're not off when it comes to, at least what I can tell, with the waiting to turn our base. So I don't know. I'm kind of confused on that, honestly. I think that bringing that downwind out is going to be the key.
Yeah, I think so
Okay.
too. I think I'm just not. I think I'm turning too soon. I'm not making enough of a.
That's the theory. Let's try it.
That's just a theory. A game theory.
A flying theory, actually. And cut. Let's test that theory out, right? And that's all about, just like we were talking, right? That's that critical thinking. That's that critical thinking skills when it comes to flying, right?
Right.
What's going on here? You know, figuring out narrow it down to what is the problem and how do we fix said problem. This distance here, I personally like the distance. It might be slightly too far.
Okay.
And I mean slightly. I've been spouting off the half a strut from the wing, but now that I'm actually thinking about it, I don't ever do half a strut from the wing.
64 Alpha, runway 11, cleared for the option.
Runway 11, cleared for the option. 64 Alpha.
I do more like 2/3 to a quarter down from the wing. No, not 1/3 to 1/4 down from the wing is what I do normally. In that ballpark. Let's try it. So I want you to go, basically keep an eye on it, and basically when you think you've gotten to your square, let me know, and then I'll tell you to wait. We're actually really far.
I'm going to go do my square now.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I'm going to do this.
Yeah, I feel... Huh.
This feels pretty good to me, to be honest.
Yes. Because you turned here, yes. If we kept going, then... Oh, man. I was getting nervous. Not nervous in like, this is a dangerous way, but nervous like we will have to add power and limp it there. But I think...
We're honestly still going to be too high.
You think?
I think so. Round this out just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to configure second, notch of flaps, down to 75, add just a little bit of power. And gonna bring us in. A little bit more power. And I'm going to last notch of flaps. Probably shouldn't do that while I'm turning, but
it can be potentially dangerous, depending on your airspeed.
Bring the power back down just a little bit. Okay, we're perfectly on glide slope now.
Nice.
Maintain a bit
I would say you need power for that airspeed there. The power is going to hold your altitude, and then the pitching down is going to basically bring your airspeed back. A little bit more. A little bit more. Hold that. Now take it out. Beautiful. See how we just added it, came back, and now we're right where we should be. Huge. Huge. A little bit less. There. Hold that, right rudder. Hold that, hold that, oh, hold it. There you go. A little bit more at the end, right? You see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Nose kind of dropped. But we added it in, we're good. Flaps are up. Take a look at the time. Yeah, go ahead and depart.
Rotate.
Let's do one more, possibly two.
Okay. Because we still gotta make it back to...
Yeah. Overall, I'm liking how productive this is. The different change in scenery, the things that we're having to think about that we didn't have to think about with Peoria. This is just giving you more context to the landing, which is what we're trying to perfect right now, so pretty huge. I like this. Okay, so we came in, we were on glide slope, love it. I think that our theory was correct. Would you say so?
No, you keep talking, you're good. Or would you say so? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Our theory is correct?
Yeah, I think I just needed to give it a bit more room. I think I'm judging it based on the size and shape of Peoria Airport.
Okay.
So by giving it I'm trying to do the same pattern, but what I'm imagining is Peoria Airport overlaid of that airport.
Interesting.
And that's working for me pretty well. I think I'm having difficulty judging sizes from the sky.
Here's one of the problems, right? If you try to judge see Peoria with this, okay? This airport's gonna look like you're super far away or you're super high.
Yeah.
Because it's a smaller width, it's not as wide, the runways are, they're not as small, they're not as long. And so the whole thing looks smaller, which makes you feel like you're further, which means you're either higher or you're further away. That's the optical illusion you're going to deal with, okay? Now that we know the optical illusion, we know the trick. We know, you ever play the game Follow the Lady?
No.
Or is it Follow the Queen, or I think it's Follow the Lady.
I've never played it, whichever one it is.
It's a card game where you have 3 cards. One is an ace of clubs, one's an ace of spades, and one is a queen of hearts. And you basically have to follow the queen. And then if you pick the right card, you get money. Basically, it's like a street game. But the thing is, they're always really, really good at tricking you. And the whole thing is that once you know the trick, you don't. You'll always you'll always see the lady. You'll always find the queen. And so...
Sky 64 Alpha, runway 11, clear for the option.
Runway 11, clear for the option. 64 Alpha.
We'll head back after this one.
Okay. And 80. I've also got to remember to grab the 80 with the flaps, not do it before I reach 80. If that makes any sense.
That does make sense. Okay.
I keep putting in flaps before I actually get to 80, and I'm using the flaps as a bump to get to that final 80 point.
Okay.
So, that's my bet.
Well, you've called out your error, right? You're now correct for it.
Never. Over my power.
Yeah, the stinking funniest thing about Bloomington here is that, like, it looks awesome from the stinking air. Like, the stinking college over here, the mall, Like, I don't know what that is. Like a whole, like, I don't even know what that whole, like, mall area is over there. And then there's this mall. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, from the air. But I know that if I drove through this area, I'd be like, this is such a garbage area.
I used to visit a friend here all the time.
Man.
Okay. A little bit less power. Wait to turn in.
The funny thing is that when I was, like, living in Dallas, like, when I was driving through Dallas, I was like, this is the coolest place ever. When I was flying over it, I was like, this place isn't really that impressive. It didn't look that great from the air. I wonder what that building is. Okay. Final one. I have the radios. And Bloomington Tower, Skyhawk, 536 for Alpha. We'll be heading back to Peoria after this one.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha, roger. After your option, proceed on course.
After the option, proceed on course. Skyhawk 6 for Alpha. We're on glide slope. I love it. We're on airspeed. Once again, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, a little bit of power. Okay.
Going a little bit below airspeed.
Good, good.
That right rudder in.
Keep the nose down here, right?
Right.
That way we get down here. Now we'll start flaring. Beautiful. You still have the controls here. Nice. A little bit pull back. Just keep it coming back. Keep it coming back. Keep it coming back. Oh, wow. Oh, beautiful. Right? So we keep it coming back right there. Just that nice, beautiful. You slip it right on in there. Kiss the pavement.
Can you set the direct to, please?
We'll do that once we take off.
Once we take off, okay.
We know that we're going that way, basically. Okay, well, I know. You might not know.
You know we're going west.
Yes. So we'll do that, and we'll handle it in the air, not when we're skidding across the runway.
Okay.
Good. Overall, fantastic. We love to see it. Great landings. A lot of things that we learned from this flight, so.
Yes, and actually, I'm getting more and more used to that flare.
Yeah. Did you see that last one, right?
Oh, I felt it.
Did you feel that?
I felt it
You
as
kept it
came
coming
in.
back, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're looking at.
Alright, I might get up to 1,600 feet and then start making our turn towards the west. So the west is almost directly behind us. I'm going to make a left turn, so I'm still in left turn traffic.
Yep, we're going to exit on the downlink. Okay. Basically, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. But we'll continue our climb out.
Swap these back. Set our course 291. Somewhere about there. Yeehaw. 600. Hit with my left rudder.
Why did our airspeed go up when we did that?
Or did our airspeed go up?
Yeah. We're 85 now.
Because I'm probably pitching down a little bit.
I agree. Let's keep that pitch in, so that way we can keep our climb coming, right?
Right.
We're still at 85. More pitch. Don't have to level off. We can keep the. We can just keep turning. Yeah, we're not doing a full pattern. You can keep the turn coming.
Oh, keep it short.
Yeah. Because we're not doing it. We're not in the pattern anymore. We're just departing this way. So we'll just keep that soft turn coming.
A little bit more pitch.
Yeah, pitch up. Come on. 76. Keep it coming.
Trying to catch it.
Do what you gotta do. Right here. There we go.
76, I thought it was 80.
Beautiful. It's on 80.
Oh, it's 76, my bad.
Yeah. Alright, 76. What's our departing?
Departure checklist. We're going to turn
No,
off.
sorry, my bad. What's our heading?
Oh, our heading is, I just had it here, it was 291.
Okay. Did we set the heading?
I did on the heading button.
Okay, well, it's not set then. Because 291 is not there. 291 is this.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I was looking at 270, not 29. That's my bad.
Yep. Actually, you're looking at, what is that?
I was looking at 260.
Yeah, you were at 261. That would be a problem if we
Started heading that way, yeah.
Yeah.
See if I can't figure out.
Why it's so important on cross country is that we have our calculations correct. Because I'm going to make you do cross country flights. You're not going to have your iPad.
Good.
I'm going to have mine turned off. And this is going to have a sticky note over it.
Good.
Legit.
I gotta learn.
Yeah, you're going to be going off of the old school of flying. And that's how you can expect to do most of our cross countries. We will, of course, have this one still going for traffic awareness, and I'll be using my phone like this. Sorry, you can't see. Just to make sure we're maintaining our situational awareness. And
I'll learn how to use VORs before that, right?
VORs.
VORs?
Not VORs. VORs is how we say it. And yes, you will. We will learn that after our solo. We got to accomplish that goal.
Skyhawk 64 Alpha, for exchange approved. Have a good night.
Frequency change approved. Skyhawk 5364 Alpha. Have a good night.
And nope, sorry. Oh, wrong one. There we go. There we go. My bad. So we're going to contact them.
We're going to say St. Louis approach.
I have controls. Because I'm basically going to get us down to our altitude here. Oh, sorry. We're going up to 14.
Yeah, 4,000.
Because we're going back this way. I have the controls. You can make the radio call. We're just off of Bloomington, heading back to Peoria.
Okay.
So they should already know that.
Oh, shoot.
St. Louis approach. Skyhawk 5364 Alpha. Student pilot just off of Bloomington, heading towards Kilo Papa India Alpha.
Skyhawk 536 off St. Louis approach, ident, and Peoria 3013.
I didn't hear that last part.
3013.
Ident. Oh, they were telling us the...
3013 and identing. Skyhawk 6 for Alpha.
Skyhawk 6 for operator, contact 3 miles west of the Bloomington Airport. And Delta's current at Peoria, you gave your choice to runway 13 or 22.
We'll let you know when we pick up the information. Skyhawk 6 for Alpha.
That's ground. I want to stay that on ground.
Question is, are we close enough to pick up Peoria's weather information?
Maybe. Find out.
Runway 13, outer marker out of service. Runway 31, localizer only, approach not available. Advise on initial contact, you have Delta. Peoria confirmation Delta, 0054 Zulu weather, wind 040 at 4, visibility 10, ceiling 7,500 overcast, temperature 21, 2.8, altimeter 3014. Visual approach in use, runways 13 and 22. Notice to airmen, runway 13, outer marker out of service. Runway 31, localizer only, approach not available. Advise on initial contact, you have Delta. Peoria confirmation Delta, 0054 Zulu weather, wind 040 at 4, visibility 10, ceiling 7,500 overcast, temperature 21, 2.8, altimeter 3014. Visual approach in use, runways 13 and 22. Notice to airmen, runway 13, outer marker out of service. Runway 31, localizer only, approach not available. Advise on initial contact, you have Delta.
Okay. So I'll say St. Louis approach.
Well, first, what runway do you want?
22. 22.
Okay, so just call them up and say, St. Louis approach, Skyhawk 6 for Alpha, student pilot. We have information Delta requesting runway 22.
St. Louis approach. Skyhawk 5364 Alpha. Student pilot with information Delta requesting runway 22.
Skyhawk 6 for Alpha, roger that. You can enter a left base runway 22.
Left base runway 22. Skyhawk 64 Alpha.
Write that down. We're 15 minutes out. You won't remember. Well, okay. I won't remember. We write things down like that, so we will do that. This altitude is all over the place, and this trim is not wanting to stay. Are you ready to take controls?
Yes.
All right, you have controls.
I have controls. I turned off our... We didn't do our ascent or other checklists, so let me take a look at that. They want 4,500, right?
Yep, 4,500. I was kind of doing some squirrely motion, some real squirrely motion. So are we on track?
We are... Yeah, I'd say we're a little off, but we're almost on track. We're going for runway 22 anyway. For a left base. I know, I see that. I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm I'm already thinking
We're going.
putting us in a...
Okay, that's too far ahead to think
Okay,
about
that
that.
is?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's too much. Okay, too far ahead.
Gotcha.
Last time we were like 10 miles out, and that's good. This we're gonna follow. We're gonna treat it like it's a long cross country, basically. So we'll think about that when we're way closer. We're 30 miles out. As far as you did the 2-2, nice. You wrote that down. Now our main thing is just maintaining this. Oh, man, I keep forgetting that's the touchscreen. This, and then we have our altitude, and we'll run through our checklist whenever you are stabilized. Okay. And ready to go. Just me, or am I getting kind of cold here? Here's my
Probably
t-shirt.
take a tiny bit of pitot heat. I'm pretty comfortable right now, though. But I'm also sweating because I'm nervous as hell.
Nervous?
Well, I mean, maybe not nervous isn't the right word. I'm very focused.
Oh, okay. Hey, it's good to be focused while you're in the airplane. I need to turn this, turn down the
I turn mine almost all the way down.
Alright. Okay. Checklist, please. Looks like you're stabilized.
So let's do our climb, power mixture, sprint, taxi light, landing light off. We're good there. Cruise, power. Have you already done mixture?
I already did the mixture, yes.
Did you mixture? Okay. Powers, we're good. We're on altitude. Instruments. Everything looks good. And I guess we can set that once we get... Did we set that now? Yeah, we should probably set that now. We want 3014, which you already got it. Okay, perfect.
Good.
As for our cruise, we're all good there. Once we get to our descent, we will richen, put our fuel down, get our ATIS. We already have our ATIS. We're all timer set, so yep, we're chilling. Get us back into route. I think we're getting a little bit of wind. A little bit of wind from 040, so it's actually a little bit of a tailwind. Look at that.
How do you know it's a tailwind?
Wind's coming from behind us at 040.
Okay.
I see a traffic 6 miles out. I think those blinking lights are the traffic.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can always play the game and try and find them. We got about 8 miles till we have to do something.
And St. Louis approach will tell us.
Yeah, but it's still fun to find them, and it's always good.
Wait, they're 2,700 feet below us?
Yes, negative 27, add 2 zeros.
Okay.
Let's see here. They're about, okay, they're over here. And they're how far? About 5 miles? 4 miles?
Let's see. I don't understand why there's so many different blinking lights. Oh, I see them. Right there. They're moving. Look at that.
I don't see them, actually.
They're about to cross our mast.
Our mast. I didn't realize we had a mast.
They just crossed it from me. They're booking it.
Oh man, I just cannot see anything.
Really?
Is it low or is it?
It's low, it's very low.
I got it. Oh, nice. Okay. Man, I was like, where are we looking? Good. Man, I didn't expect it to be that low, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I don't know why it's that low.
Well, it's just because they're low and we're high and they're close.
Yeah, but he's running down at, what, 2,000 feet? What's the ceiling for VFR? Or sorry, not the ceiling, the floor for VFR.
500 feet above, or the rule is 500 feet away from persons, vehicles, or property.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Like, we could fly all the way down.
What if your engine goes out? You only got 500 feet.
Yeah, it's, I mean, that's just that's how low you can go. Like, some people say that you can go lower, and there's not any legal thing. But in the FAR AIM it says, like, you can't fly 500 feet from, like, persons, vehicles, or property. And as one of my flight instructors said...
Runway 22 via Echo Alpha, cross runway 22 at Echo. 22 via Echo Alpha, cross.
Are we on the ground?
Yeah, we were on ground. That's not bad.
Oh, I was like, what on earth? why is he on tower? And then someone responded. I was like, what? And so one of my flight instructors goes, well, he asked me, like, because we were doing one of the maneuvers, like the engine out maneuver, and I brought it really low, like 200 feet off the ground low. And he looks over at me and asks me, he goes, why are we so low? I go, well, we're doing an engine out. And he goes, how low can we fly? And I go, oh, well, we can fly, we just have to be 500 feet away from person's vehicle or property. And he goes, is the ground not someone's property? I had a hard thinking on the drive home that day.
Technically, it's the U.S. government's property, if you want to get that specific.
Well, pretty much every piece of land is owned by someone. And it's like,
well, actually, every piece of land is leased by someone by the U.S. government, but at any time that the government wishes, they can ascertain their right on that land, I believe. It's kind of a weird, it's very interesting. I read about this once.
oh, I do remember reading about that in homeschooling.
I'm pretty sure, like, you own your rights to your land, you own the land as far as you're concerned, but if the government one day is just like, hey, actually, we need that for XYZ reason.
That's why they can take it for, like, interstates and stuff in certain situations.
Something like that, yeah. They'll still pay you.
They'll offer you as much money, and if you just keep rejecting them, they will probably just take it.
I think I'm actually not sure if they will just take it, but I think that's why.
I've heard of instances of it. I don't know if it's common, but I've definitely heard of a couple instances where it's happened.
124.0. Put that on tower, so we're ready to go.
I like that.
We've got ATIS, and we've got ground.
15 miles out, we're running the checklist, right?
Nancy 695 for Papa St. Louis, approach respect RNAV runway 22, Hollywood approach termination.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you.
Which one's my red light? Oh, none of them are. Oh, that's such cringe. That's going to destroy the night vision.
Okay.
We'll use this just for the map. We'll use this just for the checklist so you can see it, and then we'll turn it off.
Okay. Checklist, so we're not coming down for descent yet, but we will rich in our mixture, put our fuel to both, check our ATIS. We've already got ATIS.
How are engine instruments looking?
Engine instruments?
Yeah.
That's at 2600 RPM. We're coming down a little bit. That's not good.
All those.
Fuel's good. Fuel flow's good.
Alpha contact Peoria Tower 124.0.
124.0, 64 Alpha. Thank you.
And you keep doing it.
Keeps trying to switch it, yeah.
Truly.
Engine instruments. Everything looks green. Vacuum, amps, temp, pressure, fuel.
All right.
Fuel flow.
Let's make the call, please. To Peoria?
Yep.
Peoria Tower, Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, inbound about 14 miles to the east, requesting runway 22.
Skyhawk 5364 Alpha, enter the left base for runway 22, runway 22, clear to land.
Left base, runway 22, clear to land. Skyhawk 64 Alpha.
Nice. Love it. Please continue on the checklist.
Descent checklist. So we're going to make sure we're going to come down and then rich in our mixture. We're going to make sure fuel's on both, altimeters are set, instruments are good, HSI is still, actually that's kind of off. Maybe that's why I've been having trouble following it. There we go. Okay. 12 miles out. I do not see Peoria Airport yet, although it is supposed to be right in front of us.
I've got sight.
Oh, I see it. It's just, I don't see the runway lights.
Yeah, it's just not lit. As well as you would think.
So I'm going to slow us down and start descending just a little bit, although we've kind of been descending this whole time, accidentally.
Uh-oh.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's go into full descent checklist, so 1500 RPM, hold the 90 knots.
Oh, we're going to do full descent.
Yeah, this is our descent checklist, right?
Okay. Hold 90 knots. Descent checklist. Descent mixture rich in, so we're going to bring our mixture all the way in.
Trust in you, real quick.
Fuel both ATIS, AWS. We've got our ATIS set. They haven't informed us of a new ATIS. I should have said with information. What information do we have? Information Delta. That's okay. So we want to enter the downwind at a 45-degree angle for left traffic. So, wait, left traffic or right traffic? You said left traffic, right?
We're just entering the left base.
Okay.
Top 5, proceed to the ramp via Alpha Echo Delta, cross runway 13 at Alpha.
Sorry, left base, so do I need to be crossing? I need to cross the airport, right?
We are on a left face right now. For 22.
Oh, left traffic. Okay, yes. We're still at 90, back up to 1500.
Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Oh, okay.
Still descending. Going for 1,700 feet. And Peoria looks really good at night.
Yeah, I mean, I really like how it's all along the river.
We will put in our landing light once we're coming for pre-landing. Autopilot is off.
I believe the pre-landing checklist was at 10 nautical miles, and it's 8 nautical miles currently. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and turn on our landing light is on. Autopilot is off, seatbelts, harnesses, mixture is on best power, fuel's on both, and flaps as required. We'll do our flaps as required.
What's our pattern elevation?
1,700 feet.
Alright.
Trying to get that 45-degree angle. I think I've aiming for it. Just going below 3,000, still at 90. Get a little bit more left rudder in there. The touch. Funny enough, I feel like flying at night is almost easier than flying during the day. I don't know why. I think it's because the lights are... I don't know. The lights are really bright. Really hard to miss them, but the ground all kind of blends together. Ooh, fireworks. You see that?
I didn't.
That lake area over there has fireworks going on. Should we inform?
No. Okay. Unless it's high.
It looked to be about at our level.
Thank you, and you too.
Was it really that high?
Yeah, you can see the smoke cloud actually. Do you see the smoke?
Bro, I'm not seeing anything today.
There's a
above
darker,
the horizon?
Yeah, right above the horizon, that dark black smoke, that was where the fireworks are going off.
How far out?
Right over that lake, I think.
Okay.
I'll pay attention to it, see if it pops again.
Yeah, I'll watch it, you fly the plane.
Okay, coming below 2,000.
I don't think a firework would hurt us too much.
It's literally a mortar round, so...
Yeah, but it's not like it's shooting shrapnel. It's just like, it's like burning paper.
That's technically shrapnel. But you're right,
I guess. I mean, at the most, it's like cardboard. Like, it's a very firm cardboard, I think. I don't think it's firing off stinking metal shards. I'd rather fly through a couple fireworks than hit a bird, I think.
Fair enough. A bird feels a lot more solid than a firework. It depends on the firework. There's some really nasty fireworks.
No, that's true. Okay, I guess it depends on the firework.
There are like 200-gram fireworks that will literally shake windows underneath it.
True. And especially if you're right next to it when it goes off, dude. That'd be wild. I'm half expecting one to go off just right here, and we're like, oh, crap!
That kind of is on near our base, so just keep an eye out for it, I guess. That's interesting.
Listen, worst case scenario, we get hit by a firework.
I mean, that'll look great for the video.
First balloons, now fireworks. We're just it's like thinking Super Mario or something. You're just leveling up the levels. Turn here. Set up our base. Configure.
Configure?
Oh yeah.
Wait. This isn't runway 22?
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is runway 22. Oh shit, you're right. I'm sorry. I was aiming for the other runway. I am dumb. Alright, pitch for 80. That was totally my bad. I was aiming for runway 13.
Yeah, let's just focus on the landing here. We don't need to worry about the iPad. Stay in the zone. We're on base now, so go 75. go flaps.
I gotta retrim it.
It's pretty much dark, okay? So you're gonna want to flare slightly higher than you're already flaring. So we're gonna make sure we don't succumb to that illusion.
Okay.
Less power.
Less power?
Oh yeah. There you go. Just hold that for a second. You're gonna feel like you're higher.
Still pitched for
Or
stuff.
sorry, you're gonna feel like you're lower because the other runway was thinner and now you're going back to a wide runway. See how we're 4 white?
Yeah, I see.
Are you full flaps?
Nope.
Go full flaps. Hold 70. Is power idle?
Yes. Let's center up. Keep it at 70.
Down. Goes down.
Down.
There you go. A little bit power. Good. Bring us over on center line, please. Goes down a little bit. See how it feels like we're flying in?
Yep.
Power comes out. 5 controls.
Air controls.
Oh, hello. Sweet Marianne. Alright, there we go.
You got it, good job.
Okay, we're good. We're gonna try and get off Alpha 4. Man, I feel, now that I'm actually steering on the rudders, wow. It's not shaking the controls, but man, you really do feel it a little bit there.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it's not moving your feet, but
526 for Alpha, turn right at Alpha 4, taxi to parking via Alpha 4, remain this frequency, and have a good night.
Right, Alpha 4, taxi by relief via Alpha 4, remain frequency. You have a good night as well, thank you. Sky Switch for Alpha.
why did you take the controls? Just because?
Just I didn't feel like we had the, based on the setup, okay, to it, I didn't feel like we were going to have a good landing.
Okay.
And even me, when I took the controls, you noticed how I popped it back up there?
Yeah.
That was me misjudging it. So, I didn't want to put you in that situation. We haven't really done night landings, and it's a completely different animal, because the daytime landings give you a certain air of confidence. Okay.
Clear left, clear the right, clear straight ahead.
We do our checklist, correct?
Yes.
It will give you a certain air of confidence, and so you'll come in confident, and then you'll be surprised. And I'd rather me be surprised than you be surprised. So, I'll just take that one.
Lane lights off, taxi light on, strobe light off, taxi light as required, we have our taxi on, pitot heat off, mixture as required, your mixturing, trim set to take off, pull that back down, take off, and we're good to go.
You have controls?
I have the controls. Actually, might as well just leave that on.
I would keep it off,
Oh, okay.
because we want our night vision here, right?
So we're just off of Alpha 4, which means general aviation is right in front of us. Early aviation.
And we've been cleared.
We've been cleared. Clear to the left, clear to the right, clear straight ahead. Clear, yeah, clear to the right. Okay.
Fantastic. Take us home.
I don't want to. I want to go flying.
That's fair enough. Don't worry, we have flight tomorrow. Weather's looking pretty good.
And maybe a flight Monday, depending on how we do tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see.
Might want a day off, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I do too, actually, to be fair.
Because that's, I got a 3-day weekend.
I've been working since 6 a.m. today.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh yeah.
Time for you to go home.
I get to go home, dude. It's going to be so great.
That was a big bump. Did you feel that?
Yeah.
I was going slow over it too. So could I theoretically keep my landing light on just so I can see?
You can turn it on if you want.
Like it's not gonna hurt somebody's eyes.
Yeah, you can turn it on if you want.
Are we parking in this first hole or are we keeping
No,
them?
we got someone out there.
Oh, I see it.
He's not wearing reflect.
Yeah,
No,
he
I
is.
don't. Actually, I don't think the lights are on him.
Gotta turn off this for him.
I barely saw it.
I barely saw him. As soon as you said I see somebody, I was like, oh, okay, I see him too.
Yeah, I saw him walking out. That's the only reason I knew to look for him.
But I turn off my landing light.
Landing light off, but leave the taxi light on.
Bouncy.
Yep, make that turn in. And follow his directions.